Hi, folks. Dr. Jim Gishwin here, retired intelligence analyst uh, and high school teacher and chaplain for a number of organizations. Anyway, I'm only going to cover a couple things today. Mr. President, please do not sign this new quote unquote MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. To sit there and sign something saying that they won't honor this anyway. This is a delaying tactic they've been using for decades and decades and decades, and I've used it on you twice. Please, Mr. President, do not sign this thing. Go in and hit them hard. They're getting rearmed. You can tell that from the fact that you already had to take out another missile battery in the Straits of Hormuz over by Bandar Abbas. You know this. I know you know this. You're a smart man. Okay? Do not let them take advantage of you. And that's what they're doing. Or they think they are. All right? I know you know this to be a fact. And please arm the citizenry. You're not going to get anywhere with this regime, no matter how many layers of the onion you have to peel away. It's going to be the same type of regime. Okay? Radical, suicide-packed Islam. Okay? You're not going to be able to negotiate with a theocracy. Theocracies, by definition, you cannot negotiate with because they don't sit there and think to the established norms that most states do in statescraft. All right? They've already been trying to sit there and buy plutonium from some other place. Okay? They're not fooling the American public. Please don't let them fool you. And I'm sorry you had to miss your son's wedding. And it's terrible what The View is sitting there doing to you about that. That is strange. These people in The View are strange anyway. Okay, so just kind of ignore them. I know you do. Don't ever volunteer to go on The View, sir. Number 2. So Jill was shocked. Well, I'm not shocked that Jill was... I am actually shocked that Jill was shocked because Jill had no care for her husband at all. Or else she wouldn't have let him run in the first place. He was already showing signs of dementia during his primary season. And it was only because of Jim Clyburn, the most powerful man in Congress, okay, and Obama, and Pelosi, that teamed up when he was sitting there third in primaries way back in 2020, okay, that pulled him up from his butt in the South Carolina primary. I'm not sure whether it was the South or the North Carolina primary. And suddenly he won that. And then they sat there and made a deal with him. You have to pick a black woman. Well, unfortunately, the only black woman that he had available was the former senator, Kamala Harris, who had to drop out before even the Iowa caucus because she had no one donating money to her cause. So he had to pick her. And of course, they never got along. And for Jill to sit there and say she didn't know anything that was going on with Joe, for God's sake, is ridiculous. The whole White House staff and her were sitting there devoted to sitting there, including the bunny rabbit on the Easter lawn, okay? That the bunny rabbit had to come and direct Joe away from people asking questions. Remember that one? God. And then wandering into the jungle, falling asleep with a number of things. And they sit there and worry about Trump. Look, I have those bruises too. It's called having blood thinners at an age. I'm sure at his age, at 80, he's taking some sort of blood thinners too. mainly because he eats a lot of McDonald's. Okay? I'm sure he's got some sort of cholesterol problems. That's not a huge thing. Everyone that gets to a certain age has cholesterol and blood pressure problems. And it takes blood thinners. Blood thinners cause those little blood bruises on you. All right? Everyone I know my age has got those things. So don't worry about it, View, and all the madcap fake news folks. You know, he's the most active and most transparent president you've ever had. That is a fact. The reporters that fly with him on overseas trips say he doesn't let them sleep. He's up the whole time. He's working the whole time. I think he's like Edison, who used to sit there and take cat naps for maybe an hour. The man is the Energizer Bunny. And that's all there is to it. All right? And Jill, I don't want to hear another thing from you about daggone how great Joe Biden was in the debate. Oh, yes, you answered every question. Oh, yes, you know all your facts. No, he didn't. He was like a deer in the headlights, for God's sake. Everyone saw it. And that's not the first time. And she was holding cabinet meetings, for God's sake. Never before. Well, no. Mrs. Wilson, after Woodrow Wilson had his strokes, was passing notes outside the bedroom door and not allowing staffers and stuff inside the bedroom where he was lying there in a coma. So she was passing notes out. And Jill had the nerve and audacity to tell the Marine Corps band to write an entrance song for her. Kind of like the Hail to the Chief thing, except Hail to the First Lady type thing. And what Hunter Biden was doing, sitting in cabinet meetings too, is beyond me. That was the most corrupt administration, and lady, you are the most hateful, elderly wife a guy could have ever had. You talk about elder abuse. That was elder abuse. He didn't even know what the heck was going on half the time. Okay? Well, that's all I'm going to say, folks. I hope y'all had a great Memorial Day. I spent my time at Barrancas. I think I can finally get my son buried. I talked to a local congresswoman, and she's helping me get his DD-214. And I've talked to the people at Barrancas National Cemetery there at Naval Air Station, where I go every Memorial Day. Also, I'll be escorting the Boy Staters to Tallahassee and back in the middle of June at some point, and then going back up there with the tour buses to pick them up and bring them back home. It's called chaperoning them. Hope one of our guys goes to Boys Nation. Now, I selected one a few years back that did go to Boys Nation. Okay, if you guys don't know anything about Boys State, Bill Clinton, I went in 67. Bill Clinton went in 63, I think it was, because he met Kennedy. And he went to Boys Nation. That great little draft dodger and the guy that claimed he never inhaled. All right. Well, anyway, folks, I'm going to let you go. God bless you all. God bless America. And please, Mr. President, don't sign that thing. Don't let them sit there and make a sucker out of you. I love you all. Take care, and I remain your humble servant. Take care. Bye.